Hello everyone, this is Amir. Today we'll be learning an important concept which is used almost in all programming language. Yes, and that is storing passwords. In almost every application, we have now login feature, sign up login. The most important thing that we should do is securing our password. These days we see lots of Instagram IDs, Twitter IDs, all the social login getting hacked. There are multiple reasons for that, but one of the important reason is this guy, password. So there are two aspects of it. One is from user side and one is from IT side. From the user side, it is expected that you change it regularly, make a complex password like we get these days in our organization to change after a month or a two daily base. So this video covers the IT implementation part of it. So how we accept the development side of the how to secure the password and develop in a right manner. So let us start. So basically you might have heard this term hashing. So hashing is a technique by which we convert a plain text into a hash. It looks something like this, a 32 byte or 64 byte consistent value. So the key thing to remember in this is it is an irreversible step. Once you hash it, once you hash a value, that value cannot be unhashed. The most famous algorithm used by it's common, it's called SHA256. Let me take you directly to the one cool application, and this is available online. So if you enter password 1234556, this is the output. So this is a SHA, this is 256 algorithm. Okay, so the idea of developing it, so this is mainly for the developer, any language, but the core is same. See, so what we used to do is when we store the hashed value in the database, now how the second time user able to use it if it cannot be reversed. The idea is they hash it again, right? If the hashed value map with the previously stored value, it matches. Now I'm saying from the perspective of a attacker, hacker. So obviously this is not safe enough. Let's see what we can do more. Okay. So suppose if I write password as say Amir@123. Okay. So and I'll do one thing. I'll open my editor. For this password, this is the hash. Now let's say 1234556. Okay. For this password, this is the hash. Yeah. So now what I'm trying to say is the second time if I copy this value, say I'm Amir, there are many people with the name of Amir, right? So I place this value again. So what I wanted to show you is what I'll do is I'll copy this SHA. What I'm trying to see, what we are trying to see over here is this SHA the next time generated is different or exactly the same. So we can see that this value is exactly the same of the previously generated one, which we have stored here. Let's try with this guy also. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've copied it, Okay, and again it is the same. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is every specific input string has a specific output SHA. If you whether you enter one time or 10 times or 50 times, that value will remain same. Okay, so this was a conclusion. Every specific text has a specific SHA. We have seen it. Now understand from the hacker point of view. You'll be surprised how they work. The first, their basic step of hacking is it, it's called a rainbow table. Okay, if you go to this table, so what happens? I think it's a initial step, first step of the for every hacker. Well, I have a screenshot over here. Okay, so what how they store is this is what you are seeing here: plain text and its equivalent SHA, plain text and their equivalent SHA. So they have a think like most common stored password are stored there. Suppose I write QWERTY as my password, I write Photoshop as a password, my name at the rate 123 as the password. So they directly copy paste the SHA. So what is the first step they do? They go to the database. First step is they attack the database. They get the SHA from there. Now they search the SHA and based on that try to backtrack it, get the plain text. And if they succeed, your application is compromised. Think like instead of your MSN, your Flipkart account, it's your credit card, your bank account. If someone compromises it, then gone. So much sensitive this data is. So the first conclusion is using the SHA-256 is not enough because they can try with this method, rainbow table technique. So how to use them? To fix this, there is a concept called salt. So what is salt? Password salting or a text salting. It's a technique to protect passwords stored in the DB by adding a string of some characters. Let's show here. So now if I have ABC 1 2 3 4 5 6, now this salt is randomly generated. We write like this, some text, and these values keep on changing. This is the salt value. Okay, so for this one SHA is generated. Now think, I'll take the other one. Another SHA is generated. Take another one. Another SHA is generated. So what this technique does, it appends random values at the beginning of this password, plain text password. It generates this guy. So this process is called password salting. It is extreme secure and used in most secured way. Now let's understand this one we have seen. Now what is recommended? To make it extreme secure, it is recommended that you should use per salt per user. For every user, you don't use the same salt. It should be changing for the password as well. Okay, so you got the gist now that using SHA is not enough. For that, we use salt. Salt and SHA-256. This makes a combination unhackable. One of the best secure way storing password. Now you are a developer. If you are a user, suppose you are using a SBI bank and you know now how you should be able to change your password regularly. But from IT side, you have understood so much logic. Uh, what is SHA, what is salt, in a layman language only, how it works. But how to implement? Now see, luckily all these thing we have to understand, but there is already available SDKs that does it for us. One of the most trusted one is this guy, Bcrypt, and it is there in JavaScript, Python, lots of language. Okay, if we come over here, these languages, Python, Ruby, R, C hash, it's available. So your version of code SDK will come here. So being a JavaScript, I'm in JavaScript profile. So for JavaScript Node.js we go to this npmjs. This is one of the trusted and reliable hashing technique in Node.js. So everything is handled. Okay, we install Bcrypt in your language, use your way. For example, pip add for Python. Now, how to use it? Just like regular way. We have Bcrypt invoked it from the salt rounds. Now, number of ways it provide, like automatic. This is autogen salt and hash. So it is already handled behind the scene. So this will make your password extreme strong. And even if the this if hacker or attacker tries enters in your database and get the SHA, their intent will be nullified and your application will be secure. So this is one of the most so see this these are the two ways it can be used: generate a salt and hash a separate function call, or auto generate this salt and hash. So it's a very developer friendly way they have given over here, but you got the idea. So this is behind the scene. Like we obviously storing a plain password is the weakest form, which we normally don't do. And it was MD. There was a time then we used to do this base 64 encode decode. But since it is reversible step, that is not good. Hash 5 is irreversible, but due to this rainbow table technique, they can, if you are using a regular most used password, then they get it. So for example, if I am using this website, they can also use it. If your name is John, so I know John can use 123 456 56 4321. So they try this random thing and get your password out. Okay, so the solution for this is salting, adding salt. So it's a process of adding some random string in front of your plain text and then get the hash from it. So for us, for developers, we have a very good package, Bcrypt, and this is used widely in JavaScript, and this is also available in the other languages. These languages: Java, Python, Ruby, C hash. I hope you are now aware of this step. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.